And now at the end of the term, we cycle back around to the idea of green buildings. Some people wonder, well, what style is a green building? And the answer is there isn't a green building style. A green building can be built in any style and it can look like any other building. What makes it green is not how it looks, but how it performs. And you might recall at the start of the term we learned that another name for green building is high performance building. Here we're looking at pictures from the Bullitt Center in Seattle, which you will recall is a living building. Here is a dashboard inside the building where users can see data about the performance of this building. If there is any style, it lies in a word called bioregionalism. A bioregion is a place that, a location that has the same climate, topography, plant and animal communities. So for example, the Willamette Valley is a bioregion. And bioregionalism is an approach to architecture, as well as to other things, that is adapted to the local bioregion where you are. So using bioregionalism in designing our buildings gives us spaces that tell you where you are. And here in the lower left of this slide, we're looking at an exemplar of bioregionalism right here in Eugene, Riverbend Hospital, which was intentionally designed as a bioregional place. And that is as opposed to some of the examples of placelessness that we saw early in the term, where we have a building that could be anywhere. You don't know where you are. With green buildings that are tuned to your bioregion, they tell you where you are, and they look totally different in different parts of the world. So if you're building a home in Phoenix, Arizona, it will look totally different than if you're building a home in Miami, Florida, or Minneapolis, Minnesota. Here are some examples. You've seen some of these pictures and some of them not. You've seen Zion National Park, the user center that's adapted to its space. And you've seen the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center in Austin, Texas, that is adapted to its space. And here are some others. Here's a building in the subtropical humid region of Micronesia. It looks quite different than this mud brick-based building in the deserts of Mali. But all of them are comfortable in the places where they are. And we want to think about aesthetics. You know, there's this idea floating around among some people that green buildings are ugly. I don't know if you've ever heard that, hopefully not. It's left over from that era early in the whole green building movement, when it was started by a lot of passionate do-it-yourselfers and technophiles and people who were really cool with you know, metal pipes and plastic buckets and all kinds of stuff. But those are not the places that we love and take care of. If we have beautiful spaces, people learn to love them, people take care of them, and those spaces last and last. Here's an example that we keep returning to, the Eco Trust building in Portland. It was from an earlier century when it was, I believe it was a manufacturing and warehouse building. It has been repurposed more than once, and now it has porous paving, bioswales, stores, LEED certified existing building renovations, cafes. People love this space, and they take care of it. Here's an example from Portland, Oregon. This is a district called the Pearl District now. It's west of the Willamette River. It used to be a shipping and warehouse district, and it's filled with these warehousey buildings that in an earlier time you might have thought, well, that isn't very attractive. But they're solid buildings, and they've been renovated and repurposed as mixed-use developments. There are shops and stores, there are places to live, there's porous paving, there's greenery, and so these places live on as now well-loved spaces. And I leave you with this quote. This is a very famous quote both in green building and historic preservation. The greenest building is the one that already exists. And this is a statement made by Richard Moe, who is he's an attorney. He's served in presidential administrations, but for many years he went on to be the president of the National Trust for Historic Preservation. And he was awarded this Vincent Scully Prize for Historic Preservation, and he made this statement: the greenest building is the one that already exists. So that is our goal with architectural aesthetics. We are trying to build things that will live on and endure for many, many years.